The Muncie Civic Theater. It has gone through great changes, from different locations to remodeling of the current building and its illustrious 78-plus year history. The theater has been a staple in the Muncie community since 1931. The Civic has always been a place where people of all ages can come and learn to express themselves. The Muncie Civic Theater is still as relevant today as it was back during its inception. We asked some people who were involved with the theater some questions about the organization, and this is what they had to say.
We had our call to arms. It really changed a lot of people. First of all, the volunteers, most of them didn't know because we don't want to worry them with that kind of thing. We are in better shape. It's still a lot of work. We still, still need to pay bills and still have a lot of bills to pay. But things are better because people are excited. People want to move forward. People are excited about doing shows. They want the show to be successful because they know the more successful the show is, the more money we're going to make on it, and the better it's going to be for the theater. So it's really kind of refire an excitement of people so that they are, ready to work hard. It's not that they weren't ready to work hard before, but now there's a real need and a real passion behind that so that they're saying, I'm making a difference. I'm here working at Civic, and it's going to help this organization succeed. The reason people come back to Civic Theater is probably because they've had a good experience in the past. I could sit here for the next hour and tell you stories about people who have met their spouse and then get divorced, met the love of their life, met their best friend, discovered a whole circle of best friends. And it's because you come to a place where you're comfortable. And if you're the normal people, I don't know what to call them exactly, the people who say things like, oh, I could never get on stage, they don't understand the feeling of the rush you get when you do a show. When you're up there acting, you're up there singing, you're up there entertaining people. It's a rush. It's a feeling that you are telling a story or showing them a side of yourself. And so to have that all the time, to be able to tap into that, it's very addictive. A lot of people say, oh, I've been bit by the bug. Well, I was bit by the bug in 3rd grade, and I didn't stop. I just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going, and that's what I just keep doing. And these people may only get to, get their fix once a year, and so they really want to come back, and they really want to be in a show. And we have a great pool of volunteers here who I will gladly cast over and over and over in shows because I know they're coming here. They're coming here because they want to be in a show. They're coming here because they want to be a part of a family again, a part of something fun, and that's why they come back. And I want to keep putting them on stage as long as they want to. I mean, we have volunteers that we'll see them for 2 or 3 years, and we'll see them, they're here a lot, and then we won't see them for 2 or 3 years again. And then they'll come back and they'll say, you know what, I missed it, I want to come back. So they'll come and audition for another show. I mean, I've just been here 7 years total, and I've already cycled through several different volunteers. The big thing for me as the education director was I'm seeing all my students grow up. I mean, these kids are getting older now. I mean, the little tiny ones that I had in Snoopy when I first got here are now getting ready to graduate high school, and I'm like, it's making me feel old. But it also makes me very proud because they're kids that are passionate about theater, they understand storytelling, and I think they can take that in their everyday lives as well. I think the audience comes back because of that feeling of we acknowledge that we're a community theater. I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than New York, but the most rewarding thing that I can get from an audience member is when they walk up to me and say, I saw this show in Chicago, or I saw this show in New York, and I liked it, but I liked yours better. That's pretty much how I can answer that question. I can't go any further than that. If we're doing work that's better than professional work, and we're not meaning to, that's the magic of theater. That's what makes it magical. And people come back show after show because we're doing it. We kind of brought the magic back to Civic Theater, and it actually started with my predecessor, Darren Morrell, who still has an amazing passion for theater, and that's what has caught on here. And so the audiences feel that when they walk in the door, they feel like they're going to see a good show, and they do.